she'd like to give you some reflections that she has with regard to her grandfather. Dina?
My grandfather was just one of the 156,000 men that day that crossed the English Channel. I was very close with my grandfather, and he told me a lot about that time. And I could sit here and talk to you all day about his experience with the war. He served under General Patton in the 4th Infantry, and they had the most casualties, all of the battles he fought on the front lines. Couldn't be more proud, but I'm just going to recount for you the 24 hours that he shared with me during that time. He and many others heard the words of the president speak to him and prepare them for that day. He was inspired by what he was about to do, but he had little hope of surviving. My grandfather was a very spiritual man, and he loved his family very much. And so, the night before, to those who are Catholic or Christian, he did his novena, and he was instructed by his superior to remove all of his jewelry. But what was different was that this was June 5th, 1944, and he was celebrating his 1-year anniversary to my grandmother, Dina Pace, which was the love of his life. So he took tar, and he covered that wedding ring with tar, because he wanted to die with his wedding band on as a married man, as a family man. And then the morning came. He didn't sleep that well, as you can imagine, and he was frightened, but he was a brave man. And so he got on that boat. He was a surveyor, and so he was one of the first men to get to Utah Beach. He got out, and he said he jumped into about 5 feet of water, so that was almost about waist deep. And I remember thinking when I was a kid, wow, you had to not only endure this and prepare for this, but your pants are soaked now, and you're not sure what was going to happen. And he remembers getting on the beach and turning his superior and saying, in his words, and I quote, "We got to get the hell off this beach. It's going to happen now." And his superior understood, and they got off the beach. But before they could get off the beach, he said that the bullets came down like rain. And he said to me, "Dina, can you imagine walking through a rainstorm and not getting wet?" I didn't get hit. I was able to protect myself. Somehow I was able to. Unfortunately, his very good friend, who was right next to him, received shrapnel in his neck and died almost instantaneously. And he stayed with him for a moment and then moved on. And they took shelter. And he said then the bombs came in, and he said that he got down, he knew to get down and cover his head. And I remember that the name of the bomb was a screaming Mimi. And the reason why it was a screaming Mimi, if you guys remember, is that it screamed. It went up like this, whoop, whoop, whoop. And he would tell me this, so I remembered the sound effect. And he said it would come down, and it was a big explosion. And he was on the floor, right? His body's on the floor, and his entire body lifted up and came down. And he came to, and he looked around at his friends who had survived, and he said, was I unconscious? He said, yes, you were out for a little while there, Bill. And he said that he was asking, and there was some ringing in his left ear, and he never regained his hearing after that moment. He said, and then you look around and you see who you can help. That's what I always remember, and that's what inspires me to look around when I see someone in need. You look around and you see who you can help. was very close with my grandfather, as I said earlier, and later on in his life, I became his caregiver. And we spent many hours together talking about the war. And what I remember most, and he said on several occasions, man, I had a good life. I don't feel sad. I'm leaving. I'm going to go. He always said those poor kids didn't get a chance to live the life that I got to lead. He came home. He purchased a home in one of the post-war communities in Westchester Hills, Croydon Road in Yonkers. He had a wonderful marriage with my grandmother. He had 2 beautiful children. He had 5 grandchildren. He got to see 5 great-grandchildren. He said, Dina, do not cry for me when I pass. I am ready. I'm not good as an older man. Trust me, I'm done. So he was ready. But I want to say, and I wanted to stay with you, that on his deathbed, he remembered those kids. They were just kids. And so I am eternally grateful for everyone who has served this country. I'm so grateful to you. I'm grateful to all of those above and who currently serve our country. God bless America. Thank you.